Alex, thanks again for setting some time aside to meet with me today. I really appreciate it. Obviously, we're excited to handle your marketing this year here at Dex. And one of our big initiatives this year is we're actually doing what we call as a marketing content review. Essentially, we're giving you guys a nice, really overview. Think of it as an annual checkup at a doctor, right? You go to the doctor, you get an annual checkup, just make sure everything's going good. It always is, right? The same thing. We're just kind of giving you an annual checkup on digital marketing as a whole. So how your company is appearing in all of the multitude of landscapes that are digital nowadays. Obviously, it's growing. There's a lot more opportunities, and a lot of businesses, are focusing on a couple of them. They have a website. They feel like maybe they have a Facebook page or something along those lines. But there's a lot of different areas that you can have opportunities in within your business, and we want to make sure that you know about them and that you're utilizing them the best to your abilities that you're happy with.
Sure.
So I'm going to go through a presentation before we get into your actual program and talk about the plans for next year, just to kind of educate you, let you know what's out there. I brought you a copy.
Great, thank you.
And so you can go ahead and go through it as we're going. Take notes if there's anything that you see that you're like, oh my God, that's a great idea. We should definitely be looking into that. Please take some notes if you have questions that you want to, again, ask your website developer. I know last year you went with a website developer and the site looks pretty good. If there's things that come up that you think, oh wow, that's a cool thing, please take some notes, ask some questions, let me know, and I can certainly help you in any way I can.
Perfect.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So the first thing I want to talk about is what the presentation's all about. So as you're going through this, obviously, we're a marketing company. We can sell you solutions for a lot of these things. But I would like you to think of your business and ask yourself, are you answering the right questions? Are you helping businesses or are you helping potential clients find your business in the way that they should digitally? Okay? So again, this whole presentation is really all about you. We're going to talk about your needs, your capacity to grow, if that's something that you're interested in. And I want you to ask yourself these questions as you're going through this presentation, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What are your clients looking for? How are they hunting for you? What's available to them in the market? What are their competitors offering them? Is it easy for you to do business with you? Do you offer them what they need? Is it easy to get answers on specific questions? And what sets you apart, right? So if a client's looking for you in any of the digital areas that we're going to go through real quick, again, it doesn't have to necessarily be with me, so don't view it as a sales pitch. But ask yourself, are you positioning yourself in the right place and the right way digitally to answer these questions for your clients? Okay, so
Sure.
Again, regardless of whether or not it's with me, just as a business, are you making sure that you're hitting all those and you're answering the right questions?
Great.
Okay? All right. So I want to make sure that, again, it's all about you. I want to sort of retouch on the stuff that we learned last year, make sure I know everything that I should from a business standpoint.
Sure.
Let me know if there's any new changes to your business, if there's anything that you guys are making a big initiative for 2015. So last year you told me that, again, you're a pet groomer. You said you do
Right.
a lot of dog grooming, a lot of cat grooming. You do a lot of just, again, pet grooming in general. A couple years ago, you went into dog walking as a side job, and you said that was pretty profitable last year. We put an ad in the dog walking area, and we did some digital for that.
Right.
Are there any other product services that you plan on adding? I know you talked last year about potentially adding boarding, but it wasn't the right time.
Yeah, I think we're actually open up a new facility pretty soon. So
Really? So
yeah.
the boarding thing is going to happen?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Is that a next couple months thing, or is that still like a year out?
Actually, it's going to be in about 3 months. It's going to be open and ready to go.
Really? That's outstanding. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's always been pet grooming and walking. What percentage of business do you anticipate the boarding being a part of your business?
Well, it's a brand new facility. We're not really quite sure. We actually moved to a different area for this because the city that we're currently in did not allow boarding.
Okay.
So we moved to a whole new location. So we actually opened up a second location that's going to do pet grooming, pet kenneling, dog walking. We're just going to have a whole new staff doing everything.
Yeah, fantastic. And I know, I can think of a kennel that's about 5 miles away from you, and I know that there's a couple others in the county. What are you guys doing? Is there any specific things that you're doing that's going to make you unique, or that you think you can stand out?
Well, we're going to do some, outdoor kind of signage, stuff like that. We haven't really gotten into the specifics of marketing it yet. It's still kind of getting the process of getting it going. But that's what we kind of pay you guys for too.
Absolutely. From a market standpoint, same areas that you're doing the pet grooming, and are you looking to draw the same clientele from
it's about
Cook County and Lake County area?
It's about a 5 mile difference between where we are now and the new location. So we do want to get the same clientele that we have here. Okay. But we also want to expand kind of a little bit more north than where we are right now for that too.
Okay, so you can go up into Lake County a little bit. Okay,
right.
Great. I know you said that you use us for the expertise from a marketing standpoint. Have you thought about how you're going to advertise it? Are you going to put separate pages on the website? Are you going to make a separate website entirely? Like, is it going to be a separate business?
We're not sure yet. I mean, I do want to kind of get your input on that. I
Okay.
mean, should we have a separate website? How does it work with the search engines? You know, we're not really familiar with the internet stuff as much as you guys are.
Perfect. Well, I'll do some homework on the boarding side of it. You know, the presentation here today is more set on the grooming, and then the dog walking, the stuff that you already exist in, just kind of showing you how you do for those. But I will definitely do some research on the boarding.
Okay.
Where are you price wise, competitive wise? Like,
well, we're new, so I mean, we're going to be priced pretty competitively.
Okay.
You know, so one of the things that we're going to offer with our customers is a discount on the grooming and the baths after they're done boarding.
Okay.
So that might be able to be something that we can, you know, kind of take an edge on some other people.
Okay.
So we want to try to offer some specials and some promotions to kind of get people in the door initially. It's a brand new thing, so we want to make sure we kind of hit it with the ground running.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, I'll ask you. I mean, think about that sort of thing too, because obviously I'll be able to give you some ideas on what we think we can do from a boarding standpoint. So think about the numbers, right? You know, how much money would have to come in? What sort of return on investment are you looking specifically from the boarding part of the business? Because we can certainly discuss some opportunities that can help you on that. Good. That's great, man. That's exciting. I'm glad that you finally decided to do that.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. So I'll do an analysis like this for the boarding part next week, but just so you know, so this is, you know, obviously it's just an amusing statistic, but you can see how many different dog groomers and how many different you know, pet kennels and stuff are in existence in your area. So you can see that your competition in, now again, this is a 3-county, it's a little widespread, so we can zoom in on the specific towns. Okay. But I know that last year we targeted the 2 counties. And obviously you can see there's plenty of competition there. Yeah. Is there anything different this year? Same areas for the grooming and the walking?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing we've been noticing is that there's a lot more mobile grooming people popping up. Okay. So people with their trucks that are driving to people's houses.
Yeah. Okay. Well, which sort of makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, and you kind of talked about a couple years ago, I mean, you talked about how that was something that was going to be an opportunity. So, yeah. Are you guys going to be doing mobile grooming? Is that
I don't know. I mean, we have so much going on with the new boarding place. We don't want to put too much on our shoulders. That might be something down the road.
Okay. Well, like I said, there's a lot of competition, and my guess is there's not going to be less competition. There's probably more competition. So again, kind of opens your eyes a little bit about how many clients are actually sitting here in your backyard. Yeah. One of the things that I wanted to touch base on. Now, last year we didn't dive this high into the digital advertising. I know the website was a big initiative for you, and I know that I forget if it was your cousin or a friend that was putting the website together. Yeah. And you said that we would discuss the online marketing piece once the website was up and running. Yeah. So now the website's up and running, and we'll talk a little bit about the website. I'll give you guys my thoughts on the website. Sure. One of the things that I did want to review with you, and I know we reviewed it last year, was the major difference between paid advertising. So that's the top and the sides. Yeah. Okay. So again, we talked about how, you know, it's really hard to just get on the first page of Google. Obviously, you know, it's nice that, you know, for your specific town here in Barrington that you are, which is great. But that makes sense, right? Yeah, that's where your location is. When people come to actually do the grooming, they bring the animals, they bring your pets to you. So showing up in your town isn't the issue, but showing up in the 20 towns that are surrounding you in about 15-mile radius, which is your market, is really challenging. And the website obviously will help, but the real opportunity on the major search engines is paid advertising, right? Search engine marketing, we refer to it. So again, just to, you know, quicken out, you know, it's the top and the side, so we can talk a little bit about that as an opportunity. And then now that you have a website, we can start doing some search engine optimization and do some things with social marketing that can help it rank on an organic standpoint. Again, this is a really high-level explanation. It's just a real entrance level. Do you have any specific questions on this, or I mean, you understand this from last year a little bit?
I mean, how it's going to be sounds expensive, but
like I said, based on what your goals are, and like I said, when we get to the end of this, we'll see what you're really looking to achieve. This is something that definitely can help increase the amount of business that comes to you. Okay. And we can certainly look at that. But again, the point of presentation is just to make sure that you're aware of what's out there, what the capabilities are. Sure. And in my opinion, these are the 2 of the most popular areas that people are really starting to capitalize on for small, medium-sized businesses.
All right, cool.
Okay. Your website looks good, looks sharp. From a recommendation standpoint, like I said, I'll do a little research. I would definitely add a page for boarding, but if it's going to be a separate page, we may want to think about actually having a completely separate website for the boarding business, especially if it's 5 miles down the road. It's going to be a different thing, so that might be something completely different. Yeah. Just a quick couple points. The website looks pretty decent, right? From an appearance standpoint, it looks very, very catchy to the eye.
Yeah.
But we did a little bit of a deeper dive analysis on the back end. So this is sort of the nerdy stuff, right? The
Sure.
computer geek stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A couple things that you're really missing, and again, brother, cousin, whoever created the site, you don't really have title tags on your major pages. You have stuff like organized very well, but they're not titled. So think of it like a folder in a file cabinet. If you open up a file cabinet and you don't have titles on those tabs, I mean, you don't know which folder has what, right?
Right.
So the same thing with Google, Yahoo, all the major search engines. If they go to a website and your title tags aren't organized very well, they don't know which page to file where. They don't know which page is for your pet grooming. They don't know which page is for the dog walking. They don't know which page is for which county. They don't really know how to organize it well. So again, search engine optimization is a phenomenal process that will help you with things like that. But one of the top things that you can do on your own, or again, you can hire someone to help you with, is definitely title tags. The sitemap at the bottom is pretty good, so I think you did a nice job there. You don't really have alt tags, which again is a techie way of saying you don't have your pictures and images labeled. So again, another one of those things where Google is blind to anything without text and content.
Sure.
So you have a lot of awesome images on there, but again, they're not categorized and they're not sort of itemized. So again, some pretty good opportunities there. You can see how you ranked. You got a 3 out of 10. It's not bad. Usually we would like to see a 4 or a 5. You can see that you don't have a lot of pages indexed. You can see where you kind of rank from an index page on the site. Again, it's a brand new site, so
Right.
it's still sort of an infancy.
Right. Yeah, that's fine.
So a lot of detail here. And again, based on what you're looking to do, there's some things that we can definitely do to help you improve the site, or again, give you some advice on things that you can do on the site. Do you have any questions? I know this is a real high level. Do you have any questions on this specific?
No, I mean, it just seems like a lot of stuff I don't know about. So.
Yeah, and like I said, ultimately, I would assume that the person that created the site can help you with that. But there's
Sure.
definitely some opportunities for improvement that you can actually see some high increase in traffic and stuff like that with the
Perfect.
site.
Okay.
Another one of the things that we will look at now is managing your reputation. There are so many new websites popping up all the time, brand new sites that just pick up information. They just lock onto things and get your info, your data. With that being said, to manage all of those and make sure that your information is correct, your address, your web address, anything that's new, right, to make sure that all of those are accurate, you sort of need a portal or frankly, a full-time employee to manage that.
Yeah.
One of the things that we do nowadays is reputation management. And on a high level, I just did a quick analysis of your business. You can see that of 105 listings here, there's about 80 of them that have discrepancies, right? Could be a difference between some of them saying Avenue versus the abbreviation AVE. It could be anything, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, search engines want consistency,
Sure.
right? So your address, you want it to be the same on every single site. Your web address, you want it to be the same on every single site. If there's a site that has hours, you want to make sure they have those hours. And for you to manage all 105 sites, and my guess is next year it'll be 135 sites, I would highly recommend investing or looking into a way to make sure you manage that. So I just wanted to let you know that it's a service that we offer, and there's definitely some opportunity there.
Makes sense.
Okay, and like I said, you have a printout right there for
Yeah.
you, so you can
Good.
see the,
Yeah,
you can
I'll
see
go
the
to my
listings of
website
the
guy.
sites. Okay, social media. It looks like you've created a Facebook page.
Yeah.
I see 14 posts in the last 12 months.
Yeah, we don't do much with it.
Is it an initiative? Why did you create it? Is there a
Someone told me I needed to have it, and we just don't do it.
okay?
Yeah, we don't get around to it.
Again, another one of those things that we help with. It sort of helps with search engine optimization. It's something that, again, if it's an area that you think can help you, I can tell you if you're looking to rank organically, having good social media and having something updated, we recommend a couple times, 2 to 3 times a month. 2 to 3 times a week. And with your type of business, it's an amazingly social thing, right? People
Yeah.
love their pets. For you to have a picture of their pet because you walk them on a certain day pop up, that'll help not only retain your current clientele, but you don't know who else is seeing that, right? So you tag that friend, their friends see them, they have a pet. You can even drive business that way, so you can create awareness that way.
We were thinking about doing coupons or things like that on there, so we're not really sure what we're doing with
Okay.
it.
Again, if you want some advice, I can give you some free advice. If you want a service to run that runs it effectively, gives you the analysis on what time posts are most effective, what days they can work. I tagged 2 of my favorite in your industry Facebook pages that I saw. These are 2 businesses that are both within 10 miles of you that I think do a phenomenal job. They update their profile a couple times
Oh, wow. All right.
a week. So you could look and just kind of dabble. You can see what they do. And again, you can feel free to go above and beyond and start doing it on your own. But again, if you're looking for some help, it's something that, again, if it's an opportunity, we can do that for you.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Another thing, the website that was made was not a mobile website. Just so you know, when you pull up the website, it on a phone or on an iPad, it's the same exact site. You sort of have to do the pinching to zoom in and stuff.
Yeah.
So a couple things that I want to make sure are very clear. Again, the person that made the website can do that, or again, we can create the website and create a mobile version for you.
Okay.
But a couple key points: 70% of mobile searches on businesses are actually create a direct search result from a mobile standpoint. So mobile is amazingly powerful, and non-mobile websites are actually penalized in the Google world. Okay, the Google Yahoo world.
Okay.
So many people are using smartphones. So many people are using tablets. We know this. It's very important that you have some sort of mobile platform for your website. So again, something that we can help you with, or something that I would highly recommend you do
Sure.
because you don't currently have one.
Okay.
Another thing I wanted to touch base quickly on is branding. I know you said branding was something that was sort of an initiative for you, but it wasn't really a big deal. I know you have the logo, which is sharp. I like the logo. Is that something that you're looking to send out there yet?
Yeah, we thought about doing some direct mail.
Okay.
Thought about doing a billboard on Route 14,
Okay.
but not necessarily something that it was kind of expensive to do.
Yeah. Just a quick little plug on us. If branding becomes a major initiative, if you think you're really taking off, we can do something like this. We can create like a nice little branding banner and have you pop up on major sites. It's more of a high level thing, but we just want to make sure that you know that we're capable of it, because I'm sure in the next couple of years, as branding and banners continue to be on the rise for mobile advertising, you will have people approaching you about it as an opportunity. Just want to make sure that you're aware that we do that.
Sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You said you were thinking about couponing, stuff like that. Also, you're a location business. We also run text programs. We also can do some sort of coupons, stuff that, when I say text programs, sort of it can increase the frequency in which you see a business.
Yeah.
So if you have somebody that's coming in once a month, if you send them out that text like every 3 weeks, and you have a special on a pet grooming or a haircut or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
If they're saving 10%, maybe they'd come in 3 weeks instead of the 4 weeks.
Yeah, we have
there's opportunities like that.
Yeah, we have something where when we have new groomers, we offer them a 10% discount every time if you have a new groomer do it. So that might be something that we could do.
Again, avenues that we can assist you with if it becomes a priority.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything out there without even the site being mobile. I would assume that you're not really doing anything, but right now you said you're not. So if that's something, if that's an opportunity, that's something that we can definitely talk about.
Okay.
Real quick, just a snapshot on your Dex page. So here's just a quick pet grooming search. You can see that you show up down here, and then you can see where your profile is.
Sure.
I didn't bring the results with me today, but we can certainly talk about that when we meet. The results seem pretty good, and like I said, I assumed you would have given me a buzz if they weren't going that great.
Yeah, honestly, we don't look at it very often, so
Sure.
We kind of just hope it all works, and then we meet with you guys and see what happened.
Busy running your business.
Yeah.
But I think the content's pretty good. I think the updates that we made last year are really good. We will have to talk about adding, obviously, the boarding. And again, we'll discuss whether that's a separate business or if that's something that we'll do within the page. But just so you know, that's how you show up there. Your print ad, again, we put it, again, it's just in pet grooming. We got the hours of the business. We've got the logo. I don't know. Obviously, we'll update the logo with what you created for the website.
Also, maybe, we accept credit cards. Should we put the credit cards in there, too?
Absolutely. So here's the scorecard. One of my recommendations, actually, right there, is that we do add the credit cards. I noticed that was on the website. And if there's anything else that you want to add, again, from a size of the ad, there's 4 ads in the heading. There's only you're the same size as all the other 4.
Okay.
We can certainly change that and definitely update the logo.
Sure.
That will increase the years in business. You've been in business 15 years.
Something like that, yeah. About 15, 20 or something.
Okay, so we'll update that as well. And then one of the things that I wanted to touch base on is, I'm sure you are getting attacked day in and day out by people that are Google, right? They can do Google, they can do digital advertising, especially now that you have a website.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to find you a lot more, especially like telemarketers.
I get 5 calls a day.
Okay. I just want to make it very clear that any of the opportunities that I just kind of showed you, that we feel like we're the best solution, right? Your question, and I'm sure everyone's question is, why would I do digital with the print company, right? I mean, you've been doing advertising with us for a long time, so why Dex? Just so you know, we've interviewed a ton of companies to help us do our digital advertising with. Above and beyond that, our search engine optimization company that we partner with was ranked number 2 on a recent search in North America. So you can feel confident that any sort of search engine optimization you do is with a reputable company. That's the company we partner with.
Okay.
And then we're also one of 17 Google AdWords partners. So if you're doing search engine marketing, know that we're one of 16 in the world that are actually partners with Google to help small and medium-sized businesses grow. So if you're looking for someone to help you with digital advertising, you're gonna have a tough time finding anyone better than us. So we're really excited to partner with you on that.
Yeah.
And we just want to make sure that, just like you want your credibility to your clients, and make sure that they know that you're trustworthy, we want to make sure that you know that we're continuing as a business to move forward and place more irons in the fire to make sure that we're helping you in the areas that we can.
Sounds good.
Okay? So, I know I just went through an amazing amount of stuff.
Yeah.
And there's about 9 different types of things. Of all the stuff that you looked at, which 1 or 2 of them do you really think are opportunities that you think you would make?
Well, I have to get my website up and running on the Google.
Okay.
I mean, it has to get done.
Okay, so search engine marketing.
Yeah, I mean, I want my
first slide where I had the purple on the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to also make sure like we showed up on the local maps too, like local maps, and
Okay.
you know, when I type in Arlington Heights, I show up in Arlington Heights. When I type in Lake Zurich, which is right next over, I want to show up in Lake Zurich.
Yeah, you bet.
You know, I want to do that type of stuff.
Okay.
Obviously, everyone's going to the smartphone, so I want to make sure that the mobile stuff works. You said
Okay.
that you guys can do that stuff, so.
Yep.
And then I don't know if I could do Facebook myself. I mean, it's free, so I think I should be able to do it myself. But if you guys think you can do it better, then
Sure.
you know, I'd be open to it.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And the branding, the texting, it's fun, but nothing that's...
Yeah, at this point, maybe not. I mean, if it's
Yeah.
a great deal, then we'll look at it.
Yeah,
But yeah, we'll take a look at it. Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put together a little bit of specific information, especially on the boarding opportunity, which
Yeah.
is new for you. So we'll certainly talk about that as a separate entity. And I'll price out some options for you for again, search engine marketing, show you kind of what the expectations are at price levels. Well, I'll show you a little bit on the search engine optimization, and I'll certainly put together what our pricing points are for making the website mobile. I would talk to the cousin or the friend that made the website and see if they can do that. See how much they're charging. It really shouldn't be more than $50 or $60 a month. So if they're telling you it's going to be more than that, again, from a price point standpoint, that's kind of what the mobile website world looks like.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll price out what our social marketing is, so you can see that as an option as well.
Sure.
And next week I'll just show you some options, and we can discuss a little bit more in detail those products that you asked about, and see which ones fit for you and how we can help you with the boarding business.
That's fine. Just make it a good price.
You know what? That's the only thing that we do, right? I mean, who doesn't want to buy something for a good price?
That's
well,
right.
Thanks a lot for the time. I really appreciate it, and enjoy your weekend.
All right. Thank you very much.
Take it easy.